All right. Well, Ryder, welcome and thanks for doing this call. I think that the Zoom meeting, I think it's great for people to look into veteran operators, and I know, and just to learn about the experience in general. So we're calling this an experience, Scholar's Edge experience call, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and people can look in. So just to kind of talk about you for a second, can you maybe tell me, Ryder, what was your revenue? What did you do for revenue last year and profit? Do you remember?
Yeah, I ran a $145,000 business in the Okanagan,
Okay.
and I profited around 35,000.
35,000. Okay. And what was it that first, like when you saw the Scholar's Edge business ownership experience, what was it that drew you to this opportunity?
The money definitely was an incentive. It looked really good, but I think the more learning how to actually run a business while not having a lot of risk to deal with in starting my own, and I think being able to have that as a baseline on learning how to operate a successful business is what intrigued me the most. I've always known that I've wanted to run a business of some sort, and I just never knew what. But this was a great start that I can have in college.
Okay. Do you remember your, starting your business, and when you can look back, what would you say would be the biggest challenge that you faced in running your first year business?
Well, there's a lot of challenges, but I think some of the biggest ones were definitely keeping myself accountable. Running a business definitely isn't easy. It's quite difficult, and being able to manage all the aspects needed, like accountability for marketing and being able to sell properly, still have a social life within it. I think being able to manage all of that while striving to run the best business I could have was probably the biggest challenge, but also the most rewarding concept.
Okay, so now here we are. You ran your business in 2020, the year of COVID. You did very well, and we're now in 2021. What is it that drew you, I guess you could say, to returning and coming back and for doing this for the second year?
Knowing that being able to run my business much more efficiently and with higher numbers definitely brought me back, and being able to be surrounded again for another year with people that are really like-minded was a big thing. Not a lot of students have the mindset to run a business, and when you have a group of them all together, you really don't want to get out of it. But that on top of learning more about myself and about how to run an even bigger business is definitely the goal out of this year.
Okay. And now if you were to look back and think, okay, these are the top three things that I've gained from the program in terms of growth, what would those three things be?
Three is very little, but to say my top three out of all that I've learned, the main one I think is the most important is the leadership capabilities. I had some before just with sports, but being able to develop and being able to lead people you don't know or people that you're just getting to know into a project or into a belief system, I think that's a really good aspect to learn all throughout life as well. And then I think the second would be my interpersonal skills with clients, painters, marketers, which also ties into the leadership, but being able to pick on cues that can help you out in sales or that can help you in communicating with the client or finding little perks about painters that helps them work better. I think that is something that I developed as well. And the third would definitely be finance control. As a student, you don't really touch this much money outside of very few opportunities. So being able to handle the money and handle projects so that I was profitable. You definitely have your ups and downs, but if you have the goals that you want and you keep accountable for them, I think being able to manage your finances is one of the top ones.
Great. And then, I look at the at Scholar's Edge, and I don't think a couple of years ago that you would have ever, in your wildest dreams, thought, "Hey, I'm going to be running a painting company." And when you were approached, however you were recruited, what is it about the Scholar's Edge business ownership experience that you feel best aligns with your future goals? How has this experience helped you for what you want to do in the future?
I mean, most students outside of Scholar's Edge or similar opportunities kind of want to go into 9 to 5 and have a stable life, be comfortable. That's not what I want out of life. I feel like I'm a very ambitious guy, so I want to run my own business once I'm done with school or move on. And I think Scholar's Edge has that baseline effect that sets the foundation for any future endeavors, whether it is for a future job as a resume, but for me personally, it would be being able to manage a successful business and operating a six-figure business at 19 or 20 definitely sets you in the right line for that.
And I know that this year, you obviously last year were quite decorated with your awards, Rookie Operator of the Year, Dean's List winner. You earned the $3,000 extra in scholarship money, and you were approached last year, and rightfully so, to lead a few other operators in the in through this challenge. And what is it about that you're looking forward to now? You're going to be leading other students as well.
That's a good question. It's a question I've gotten from other people as well, is why would you want to help someone when you can just run a larger business? But I think it's the aspect of being able to contribute to someone else's future endeavors as well. Because I know if I wasn't approached with this opportunity, I would have missed out on it. And I wouldn't have known what I've missed out on. But if I did, I would be pretty sad. And if I could find other people that are like-minded and help them kickstart their entrepreneurial lifestyle, that's the main thing. And being able to help grow the concept of being your own boss and making a wage that is based on your effort, I think is a big skill outside of the average 9 to 5. And a lot of students that we take on and that I'll be helping operate will definitely have a similar mindset. And I think finding people with the same mindset as well is something that I'm really big on, and helping support people that are similar to me in that sense.
So right now, it looks like as an executive that you're going to be working with 4 or 5 students as well. And what is your goal for each one of them? What sort of average business would you like to see them run this year?
I decided to work with these people because they strive for high goals. I didn't want to work with someone that aimed for just an average business. Above average business is something that they all strive for. So my goal is to help each one of them reach their goal. If not do that, then at least run a 6-figure business and have them be proud of what they operated with and have an actual successful business rather than just a bunch of jobs put together. But being able to say that they actually went through the program, learned how to run a business, made good money off of it, and can help share that with other students in the future and pass it down is my goal for them.
Now, I'm going to ask you a final question here. You're returning. You've got a pretty amazing goal for 2021. If you could just share your revenue goal for this year, what is the total sales goal for Ryder Kehler's business in Kelowna?
My goal is for 250,000 as a returning operator.
All right. And I think that's based on what you did last year of running close to, around 145,000, almost 150,000. I think that's a very achievable goal for you. So I wish you all the best of luck with that. I'm grateful to have you within the Scholar's Edge team. We have a lot of fun together. And I know that we're going to also help a lot of other students be great business owners this year. So thank you. Thank you, Ryder. And we'll talk to you later. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye now.